Hello, hello. It's time for Fishing Friends. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny,
I'm Gina.
and this is going to be another good one. We got a lot of people here already. What's up, Jeff Kane and Sketty Nona and Bionic Bigfoot and Elfish Tanks? That's a new name in there. I like that. Elfish Tanks. Hello, first time here. Don't let me down. Well, I
Oh,
hope I won't let you down. Benjamin Peters is here. What's up? Vinoski Fish Koto popping in over on Gina's side. What's up? Zen Ginger's here. Hey, what's up? What's up, Mandy? Was just thinking about, Mandy was one of the people that we've gotten pictures from as far as back from the Christmas giveaways. Um, I was just I'm trying to think how many people I have. Let's see, I got like one, two, three, four, five. Oh, I guess I'm still missing quite a few pictures actually. People that won those ornaments need to get creative and send us some pictures of that because I'm trying to do something with all those. So, you know, get creative, but I've been patient with y'all. Usually, y'all have been taking your time with it now. So, Silver Creeks, what's up? How you doing, Tommy? Chris Aquazone is here. Good to see you guys. So, um, I uh, I was messing around with my mystery fish today, trying to see maybe if I could get a better picture of him or something like that. And he's just like super duper shy. And it's like super cute too because like he's just got this little cute little face. I look at him poking his little face out from under the rock. He's a
oh
super,
my God! Look at him.
and I can get him to like come out a little bit,
Oh,
but then he'll like
he'll just like back into the rock. Oh,
he'll just kind of sit there for a while, and then all of a sudden I got him to like come out for like just a second after just like sitting there, and it's just like just got enough to see him, and it's like right about now when it'll just come out. Okay, maybe not. Maybe right about now. There you go. So he's
oh
for
yeah.
just a second. So then I took a couple little like stills of that, so you can
Mhm.
kind of see that he's got his little ear spot there, and kind of more of a body shot there. But then I was trying to get him to come out, and he was like coming out at my finger. It was really, really funny. But then
Oh,
he would go back when I put the camera up closer. So I try to like put my finger up again, and I just try to rub it on the glass, and he'd be like, "What's that?" And then I put the camera up closer and try to get a better shot, and he just like, "Nope."
nope. Okay, thanks. Bye.
And then
Aw.
so I tried to get, I put some food in the tank, and I tried to get him to like kind of come out so I could get better shots, and just nope, not gonna happen. So that was it. That's all I could get of him.
Nice.
Boots Cats is here. Homer the Clown Trigger. Scuba Stevo's Aquatics. What's up, you guys? Popping in over on Gina's side. Any recommendations on another heater to add to my salt water? I keep getting E5 readings on my Inkbird. It's kind of annoying. It's a continuous heating alarm. The tank isn't getting up to temp in time.
Hmm.
Um, Oh dang it! My brother recommended this heater, and or yeah, and I can't remember what it was now. Um, and it was like rated really high, and it was actually cool, and it had like external controls and all that stuff, and
Um,
I can't remember what it
I was
was.
gonna say, is the heater you have plugged into your Inkbird, does it have a controller? Because they, depending on how it's set, they might be competing. I used to use
Shigo type.
Shigo. Well, while you look that up, oh, there's that. I am. Okay. I guess uh, my friend sent me this joke on Facebook Messenger, and that's what I was kind of giggling at when we when we after your intro finished playing. I've heard a
Yeah,
lot about knights cursing back in the day, especially when they use the S words. Look at S words.
the swords. Yeah,
Yeah, swords. I was like, I can't just say that out loud. I have to type it out. I never considered they could be competing. Yeah,
yeah,
it does. I have the titanium Higer with controller. Gotcha. I just like the Inkbird. I can check on my phone. Yeah. Um.
yeah.
Salutations, Finch Fam Link. Um. I think it's you want the controller built into the heater to be what 1 degree higher than the Inkbird, so that way when the Inkbird turns it on, it's heating, and then once it hits the temperature, the Inkbird will turn it off. Right? Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
uh,
That seems right. But I am tired. I had a not good day at work today. Um,
oh no.
I opened yesterday and I opened today. So, and I'm not a morning person, so that already set the day off. The last 2 days off. Um, well, for yesterday's day, morning shift sucked because the night before, I Nathan and I fell asleep at about 4 o'clock on Thursday, and then slept from like 4 to 6. So I took a late night or late in the evening nap, so I couldn't go to bed till like 3:30 in the morning.
Oh man.
I had to wake up at like 6:30 to be able to leave my house at like 7 to get to work by 8. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I was tired yesterday. Um,
Yeah. Because you can't trust the doggone weather people or the news or any of that stuff.
yeah,
Like
we got
earlier in the week, they're like, we're gonna get snow on Monday,
yeah.
but it is gonna get warmer, so it should be fine. And then it's like we didn't get anything. And then they're like, you should get a little bit of snow on Friday, but like it's not gonna get like cold enough, and the
Yeah.
ground will be warm to where it's not gonna really stick to anything.
Mm.
And then sure enough, it's like snowpocalypse,
Well,
cars
okay,
flying everywhere.
they said it was going to start 6 a.m. Friday. So I got up at 6:30 Friday. There was nothing. So I was like, "Oh, the weathermen are stupid. Cool." It was like slight, like very small sleet, like a very light,
Yeah,
like icy kind of snow,
yeah,
like a heavier
seriously,
kind
I
of
got
snow.
up at the same time. Yep.
Um, and then I get to work, and it wasn't till about 12 it turned on to full blown snow, like 3 to 4. Wait, 4 or 5 inches. I don't remember how much. It was a lot.
It was a
Um,
lot. I,
in like
I don't
an
know.
hour and a half to 2 hours. Like it was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was coming down like because I was working, in the area where I was actually working out in like Spanish Lake, kind of deeper area, and I don't know what happened, but like I didn't have my headlights on or anything, but I just stopped at this house and had my flashers on and was maybe at the house for like 5 minutes, just like my normal stop, just doing my thing. And I tried to get the truck started, and there's a delayed ignition in our trucks. It's kind of annoying, but it's to prevent like overheating or something like that. But it just draws a lot of power while it's just sitting there waiting to actually click over and do the ignition, and it's really stupid. And so it was sitting there doing that, and it started to do the ignition thing, and I started to pull it into drive like too fast to where I killed the ignition before it actually killed over. So I had to put it back in park, and I tried to start it again, and it wouldn't start. So
Oh
I like just drained
no.
out the battery or something like that. So I wasn't really supposed to, but I kind of went to my customer. I was like, "Hey, you wouldn't happen to have like jumper cables or anything like that?" And she's like, "I don't have a car or anything like that, but if you go up to the house right up there with the white truck, they'll help you out." And sure enough, like the lady was gonna help me out. She had like this battery pack jump starter thing,
Oh.
and I got started, and like it just wasn't giving enough juice to get the truck going.
Mm.
It's a big old heavy duty like E450 like Ford like heavy duty truck that runs on propane, and like it just wasn't getting enough power from the little jumper kit. And then like for some reason the lady's aunt that like owned the house or whatever that she was like helping out was like calling out and getting mad that her niece was helping me.
Oh my god.
And so then I'm just like, thank you. I'm sorry about it, but you can just go back, and I'll just call a tow truck. And so the tow truck was able, to actually jumpstart me and get me going. They had enough power in their big old thing to,
Mhm.
with the direct line, and just, you know, those battery packs never seem to be powerful enough. They're
Yeah.
powerful enough for a small vehicle,
Yeah,
like
for
a small car.
yeah, for
Maybe one of these modern day, like, like Ford F-150s or whatever that, are running on like a four-cylinder with maybe a six-cylinder Eco Plus sort of thing nowadays. Like, gosh, they don't even make eight-cylinder trucks anymore for the most part. You have to like buy something like really heavy duty for that. But yeah, it's just wasn't getting enough power for that. But yeah, I was able to get it jump started. But by that time, yeah, the snow was coming down so much, and I had already called all my customers that I wasn't going to be able to make it with their order. So um, some of them I just got rescheduled for Monday. Other ones got rescheduled for a couple days after that when I'm a little bit closer to them and they don't mind. And some were just like, just go ahead and push it, 2 weeks ahead to my next service day. And it is what it is. I might show up another day earlier because the system that we have just seems to be like scheduling them right away. So I'm probably gonna have a whole bunch of orders on Monday, which is gonna be nice on one hand, but I'm gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be a long day.
yeah. Um, yeah, it started to kind of rain, and then all my one coworker, my one cashier, because it was just me and a cashier. Like I had two other people who I was supposed to be opening with, called out yesterday, so it's just me and a cashier. Um, it didn't get super chaotic, but it got busy there for a minute. But anyway, so it was started to like lightly drizzle rain, and the temperatures were dropping. So I'm like, great, freezing rain, fantastic. And then I went to help a saltwater customer grab him a lawnmower blenny, and I come back and it's just snow, and I was like, I walked away for 2 minutes. What the frick? Like there's a big cliff, like so there's a highway right in front of my work, and then there's a big cliff. You couldn't even see the cliff. Like that's how thick the snow was. Like it is crazy.
A lawnmower plenty, huh?
Yeah. We looked up starry blennies, so this is a part of that same family, the comb tooth blennies.
Yeah, they're cool looking.
But yeah. Yeah, went and caught him, came back, and it's just snow. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, too much snow. And there's still snow out there because I didn't know
Yeah.
it's supposed to be cold today too.
Yeah, I woke
But
up this morning, it's 15 degrees. I'm like, ugh.
yeah, luckily I didn't have to go anywhere today, and I
I
didn't. I just spent all day playing Skull and Bones.
don't talk to me. They were the worst day ever. There was so much that went wrong today. So because of the hard freeze last night, the slush that was on the road last night froze, so that delayed a couple of my workers coming in this morning. So that added to some that created some chaos. And then some other things
Car is here.
happen. Hold on, I'm trying to find my photos on here. Because I have a video to share. There it is. Photos. Um, but is it gonna play the video? I don't know. Hello? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Um, sorry. We have a Savannah monitor that was supposed to go to the vet today.
Oh, nice.
Um,
I mean, it sucks that it was supposed to go to the vet, but
it
that's
has like early signs of like something going on with the mouth. Don't know if it's mouth rot. Don't know if it's like rubbing up against glass. Because whenever we open to give him crickets, he's a spaz, so he just zooms around the whole tank. Um,
yeah.
Early signs of something going on with the mouth. So we're gonna take it to the vet. So I got the transport tank ready. Went out to the floor to grab him. Well, like I said, he's a spaz. He crawled up my arm, onto my shoulder, jumped off, and went underneath an aisle. He got
Oh no.
loose in the store.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That yeah.
and it was a couple out. It wasn't until 12 when the animal manager came in who was actually like helping me. He was looking up and down the aisles. We were looking like uh we have a 19-year-old worker right now, a super skinny guy. He went behind the fish sumps because there's about like 2 foot clearance behind like all the sumps and everything you can actually get behind the towers. So he went behind there, was looking for it. Um,
Oh man.
well, the animal manager and the aquatic specialist were talking, and the animal manager said something like, "Oh man, I wish we had cameras pointed at reptiles to be able to see exactly what direction he went." And the aquatic specialist goes, "No, but we have one in aquatics. Maybe, maybe, yeah, we got it."
Nice.
Saw exactly where he went. They went and looked in that corner, and yeah, he was underneath the cichlid tower, just behind like all the electronics and stuff. So we were able to get him. So monitor acquired. It was
Man.
it was not fun. So here's me.
Oh.
Here it is. So there's me looking under an aisle. And if you watch over here, yeah, there he is. There he
Oh,
is.
he's small.
Then here I come looking. I'm like, okay, he's got to be somewhere over here. I'm just like, where is he?
Oh wow, you looked the completely wrong way. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
because he went underneath like this aisle is what it looked like. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
I love that you have this video.
yeah. Oh yeah, there he goes. Yeah. Ah,
Wow.
there was
Oh
so much
man.
that went wrong today. But at least we got
At
him.
least,
We got him.
there's only one guy,
Yeah.
and you can see where he went. Like I do, that gives me flashbacks to the night or the day that the ferrets got out overnight, and there was 4 ferrets, and yeah, I didn't have access to the cameras, so I
Yeah.
couldn't go and check to see like where they went,
Which
and even
direction they went.
so, it might not have. They went everywhere because there's
Yeah.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Like we just went around the store with
Just
like squeaky toys and all different sorts of things, and randomly they started crawling out of the woodworks, and we never saw exactly where they came from. It's just
Yeah.
all of a sudden we turn around and there'd be a ferret in the middle of the floor. It's like
Yep.
there's one.
Grab him. That's how it would be whenever the parakeets get out. If the parakeets kind of grew their flight feathers back, if nobody was paying attention to it, and then they get out and they fly up into the ceiling, it took about 2 days. Like whenever they start, because they're not used to flying that much, so eventually they're gonna get tired and they'll just start walking on the ground. So yeah, you'll have to just like pay attention to where they are and just grab them when you see them.
Yep.
Maybe he
And
went
he
shopping.
was
Yep.
shopping for fish. Yeah.
There are loose crickets in the store. He definitely could have been out looking for crickets.
Oh yeah. Gosh, we found like random like little anoles or whatever out there that like we didn't know how long they had been out.
Yeah.
So they might have just been surviving on random crickets that had gotten out because they were kind of living. It seemed like they were living underneath the cricket bins. So,
Yeah. So yeah, that was
oh, Richard Reynolds changing his
Richard
name.
Reynolds.
Go with the flow aquatics. I like it.
Once had a big burn python loose. Was funny. Oh man. See, that was the thing though, because I was like, there was a lady shopping 2 aisles away from the reptile habitats, and I didn't hear her say anything or shriek or anything. So I was like, I don't know. And there's so much dust underneath those aisles. Like I was looking, I was like, he had to have left a trail if he walked through this. Like I don't see any footprints or any like tail swooshes or anything from him crawling through it. Like I was just so confused. At one point, before we realized there was cameras, I'd even said, I was like, did I just imagine this happening? Like, am I just hallucinating with stress? Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Where did he go? And that's because he went over to aquatics. He didn't go under the aisles.
Yep. That's crazy. He's like, I'm going towards fish. He's a fish fanatic too, just
Fish
like all of
fanatic. Yeah. Oh, I just realized we monitored the monitor on the monitor.
us. Oh, I see. 20 minutes on being fair. Hello, peeps. Gina, hi.
Hi.
I'm trying to unclick and the chat's moving.
Oh yeah.
We got 24 people in here. Thanks, y'all. Make sure you smash
Yeah.
the like button on both channels. Send out the notification to people and all that stuff.
Yes, please. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was my big fanfare of the day. I close tomorrow, so at least I don't have to be until 12, so I can hopefully catch up on some sleep.
Yeah. I caught up on a lot of sleep last night. It was nice. And then today just played a whole lot of Skull and Bones, which is it's been pretty fun. Well, it's been a lot
Nice.
actually. It's definitely not the game that I originally thought it was gonna be, but it's still a whole lot of fun with what it is because like there's no like uh, there's no like character action per se. Like
Hmm.
you get off the ship and you run around in a few cities to basically just gather a few resources and like make upgrades and stuff for your ship and purchase like things like cosmetic stuff to like you can make your pirate look really cool and all that stuff, but there's no sword fighting, there's no gun shooting, there's no like actually walking on your ship or anything like that. You're
Hmm.
actually more or less controlling the ship as itself. Like
Yeah.
you're not playing a pirate, you're playing a pirate ship.
Yeah.
And you're more or less using the pirate as just the ability to walk on land, more or less. And it's still really, really fun because there's a lot of customization of the ships and stuff and different weapons and the sea battles are a lot of different fun and stuff like that. So it is a whole lot of fun. But yeah, it's not like anything close to like what Assassin's Creed Black Flag was, where you'd actually like you do the boarding and you hop on the other ship and you fight with other people with sword fighting and you shoot people and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, that game was definitely like the full on mastery of like what it was like to be a pirate, but it also had very much ties to Assassin's Creed and all that stuff. And so I'm really excited for the remake of that game coming out sometime soon too. And I can kind of understand why they wouldn't want to necessarily make it too close to that game when they already have the remake of that one coming out in the future as well. But yeah, Skull and Bones, it's a really good game. Just not what they had in mind at first at all. But especially once you get into the later stuff, it gets really good. There's lots of like controlling. Like I'm a king. I'm a pirate kingpin now. So like I control all these different trade routes and stuff like that. So it's pretty sweet.
I think I hear a tundra.
Yeah, she's being an attention whore.
Oh my gosh.
Ah,
Boots Cats and Sammy are gonna do a duet live at the fish event in Cali. Oh my god.
nice.
I don't think Rachel's up for it though. Sam can sing if he wants, but I would hyperventilate.
Huh.
I think this performance is kind of like us trying to get Zenny, us trying to get Zenny on a live stream. No, we are not.
So here's the thing, like we were like the plan at both like the Triple Crown and the Keystone Clash, and I also was like to find a karaoke bar one night, and like it like never happened.
Yeah.
Why don't I hear a bird?
Oh,
Because they're quiet right now because Tundra's being loud.
yeah. You know, Boots, it's set in stone. Don't break my heart. I was just about to say, wouldn't it be a shame if someone like made a poster or some sort of like post on somebody's community page about it being a thing? It would be a shame to cancel it then after all that work was put into it.
Yeah, my fish tanks does karaoke. Like I'm not sure if you're saying he does it on live streams, which I don't want to do it on live streams just because all the time there's some sort of weird delay with stuff. But yeah, I know he does karaoke like on the side or whatever, like in one of his jobs.
Do it, Gina. Oh, sorry. Ah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My hands are up. I'm sorry.
I love a duet with Last Zero. Me and Kelly was supposed to be Dolly Parton and Kelly Rush.
Aww.
Do it, Gina.
Jeff, she's gonna kick your butt.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Yeah, I, I still
Boots
got.
Cats hasn't said anything. I think I scared her away. I'm just kidding, Rachel. I'm kidding.
It's it's really weird. Like I don't know what happens. Like and I'm not. And I know sometimes like life just happens and it probably just has nothing to do with me or whatever. But it's weird that it's just kind of like almost like happened like three times now, or maybe at least twice, where I have had somebody like ask to like kind of work with me, and then like I've reached out to them to like okay, like it's your move next or whatever, like uh with with the was the freaking the Amazing Diver Man. Gosh,
Oh.
like yeah, with the Amazing Diver Man, I wrote his whole like theme song thing for him, and I said like, well, it's like here you go, and it's like I sent it to him, and I pretty much haven't heard from him since.
Hmm.
even though like I've kind of seen him on Fishy Biz Aquatics, but anytime I kind of bring up like what's going on with like the theme song, he just kind of like ignores it or whatever. And then with Lady Rorschach, I haven't seen her in forever, and she had hit me up about writing her like a theme song, and I I kind of have like a general idea of like what she wants, but I don't know what information she wants in there. Like, does she want it to be like towards her live streams? Does she want it to be short? Does she want it to be long? Like, what sort of stuff does she want in there? And I don't know. She's not really like giving me any information on that, and then she hasn't shown up on any of my live streams since then either. So it's just kind of weird that I don't. I just have no way to contact these people,
If
or I've
Danny writes
already
you,
contacted them and they haven't gotten back in contact with me.
what I'm hearing is that if Danny writes you a theme song, all of a sudden you're gonna get super busy IRL and you're gonna drop off the fish fam.
Yeah,
Your songs are cursed, Danny.
right. So that's the thing is, I put a lot of effort into the one for the Amazing Diver Man, and more or less, he just owes me money for this song, but he hasn't done anything with it yet. So I guess he doesn't have to pay me for it yet. But like, if he starts using it, then it's like, dude, you owe me the money for doing the song. But then all of a sudden, like after I finished the song and stuff, he did kind of ask me like, "What's the deal with like what's the copyright gonna be like with this song?" And it's just like, well, you did ask me to write you a theme using a parody of the theme for Spider-Man, so it's Disney is gonna be really, really hardcore with their copyrights because Disney owns everything. So it is what it is, but
Does Disney own would Disney own that song or would it still be Sony?
Sony, Disney, both of them. I don't know. Either way, there's a big old copyright battle with that whole thing, and it was his choice for me to write it with that. So any copyright thing he deals with is going to be on him. And so I don't know. Maybe he's just after all that, he's just not going to use it. And so it is what it is. But that's kind of what it would be with Lady Rorschach too. It's like I'm writing a parody of a well known song, and that's why I was like, if you want a full song, it's gonna be an issue. If I'm writing like a 15 or a 20-second little like
Like a jingle.
jingle thing or whatever, it's not really gonna be an issue, especially because like if it is only like a 15-20 second little jingle, I can kind of twist it enough to where it sounds like that but isn't actually that, like just kind of change a note and a little bit of the timing here and there, and then all of a sudden it's not Love Shack, it's a it's a sounds like Love Shack. So
Well, okay, the thing with Weird Al is that he actually asked permission before he did all those songs. He
yeah,
has permission of every original song writer he has permission from.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he doesn't own any of the rights for the music.
Mhm.
He just owns the rights for the lyrics, and
Yeah.
that's so the artist actually gets paid every time a Weird Al song gets played, and he just gets paid for the lyrics. It's an interesting way, and so I don't have that sort of relationship with these artists or whatever, though YouTube does kind of help with the whole copyright thing or whatever, and I've been able to get all the copyrights dropped on all of my parody songs, but it's not like, well, I don't know. Maybe YouTube somehow figured it out to where, yeah, they do. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't understand any of that stuff. It's something that's beyond me. All I know is that the copyrights get put.
But yeah. Hi, Lady Diane.
Get
We
an
didn't say
AI song done in the style of well, I could probably do that through like Chat GPT or something like that. But I've honestly I've never used it. I don't want to use it. I'm staying away from that stuff. um, but yeah, that would be interesting. I'd rather do it myself versus have an AI do it. But yeah, that is more or less what it would be. Yeah, I would just be the AI versus the AI. It'd just be an RI, a
Yeah.
real intelligence, or lack thereof, depending on who you speak to. Skull Aquatics is here,
Scully Man.
and Lady Diana's here. Anybody else that I missed? Craig's Catfish Caves and Vibes. What's up, all y'all? Good to see everybody. With what you do, you may want to look into it. Just saying, well, I don't really do it so much anymore, but yeah. Yeah, very frustrating, Dan, when you spend your time doing stuff to get no reply. Yeah, exactly.
And that's why, like, a lot
Plus,
of
I haven't even started on anything with Lady Rorschach yet because she more or less just said, I want you to do a parody of Love Shack using my name. And it's just like, I need more information than that. Like, especially because like if you've like fallen off of YouTube or whatever, I need to look at her YouTube channel, see if she's still even posting videos. But like I need to like I guess study her live. She wants me to like study her live streams and stuff like that and get all the information myself to be able to write a song about her. Like it's a little easier if she can give me like a little bit of something to go off of. Like all I have is a Rorschach, Lady Rorschach, and like that's the easy part. And if that's all she wants is Rorschach, Lady Rorschach, then okay, I can do that for 15 seconds long and give her some thing to do. But I don't know where she is. I haven't seen her.
right.
I
Homer the
mean,
Clownfish had a question. What fish from the freshwater section will work for marine? I already got silver monos, sailfin molly, spotted scats, green puffer. I ordered an Indian freshwater moray. There's the birdie sounds.
oh yeah, you can hear. Yeah, I remember now. That's right. I can't look her up on YouTube because Lady Rorschach is such a goddamn common name. All I find is clips from The Watchmen with the Rorschach character.
um. Oh, you can go to Fish Fam Link and then go to her YouTube that way.
Sailfin Molly, Spotted Scats, Green Puffer, and Indian Freshwater.
I'd say,
Those are some nice ones. Especially I like the Spotted Scats.
yeah.
Those are great brackish fish. Mollies are good too. Yeah, you got the mollies in there. Green puffers. Oh, you
I think
got
you've
pretty much all
got,
the
yeah.
places right there.
Yeah, I think that's all that I really know of. I don't know, can platies convert since mollies can?
No,
Okay.
no, none of the other ones can. Guppies can. Some people think like guppies are the closest to mollies, and guppies can maybe survive in salt water for like 24 hours for a couple days or something like that. They won't just like all of a sudden start reacting crazily like a goldfish would if you throw them in there. But yeah, they're not gonna make it.
Richard Reynolds says freshwater flounder.
No, okay. But is that
That's
truly freshwater then if it's
that's like because there's saltwater
flounder and
flounders.
it's saltwater? Is that then a saltwater flounder?
Yeah, so there's you just get a saltwater flounder. I mean, the saltwater ones get big though. I don't know how big the freshwater ones get.
Maybe they only stay small because they're in fresh water.
Maybe. Fission. Hello, hello. And yes, it's pronounced fission. because I met him at the Keystone Clash. He said, hi, Gina, it's me. I'm Fission. And I'm like, oh, so it is pronounced Fission, not Fishion. He goes, it's fine. I was like, oh, okay.
He didn't introduce himself to me. That's fission tactics. So I just always thought it was like like fission, and then like fission tactics, like
Yeah.
fission tactics. It is kind of yeah. But I love it written out. It's fission tactics.
They're actually a soul. Oh, I did not realize that. Flounder.
Louder. Yeah.
Is she making fun of us for how many times we said flounder in like 30 seconds? I feel like that's what's happening. Some people like to make fun of me. I love
It's
flowers.
flowers. She meant to say flower.
Oh, she's correcting herself. Okay. Nona rubbing it in. Not flower. Because I guess her autocorrect keeps changing it. So
Yeah,
she had to
well,
put spaces between.
she uses talk to text a lot of the
Mm,
time, I think.
got you.
Which
So
I
yeah,
don't like
because
that as well because it does it like pauses the video or mutes the sound for a couple seconds while you're doing that. And so
yeah,
you miss what people are saying.
especially when I'm in the car and I have like nice mug. Um, especially when I'm in the car and I'm like jamming out to a song and then somebody texts me and I'm just like, oh, and I like have to text them back. So I hit the little thing on the screen and then it's like, say your response, and I'm like, just hurry up and get back to my music. It was a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the worst when you accidentally hit that stuff and it just takes
Yeah.
like a little bit.
Daniken,
And Aquatic, Storm Rider's Legacy.
Melvin, hello.
Smash the like button. Hop over to the other channel, smash the like button. Because we're streaming on both our channels.
Hmm. Yeah, I
It's
set it up literally 5 minutes before we streamed. But yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah. I'm so excited to sleep tonight. Because I had to fight sleep coming home from work yesterday. I got off at like 4:30, went home, and I was like, all right, do not fall asleep when you get home because you're just going to put yourself in the same situation as the night before. So, and then I got a second wind at like 8 o'clock, and then I didn't go to bed till like midnight. So, of course.
Yeah. Oh man, but freaking last night I normally go over to my friend's house on Friday night, but because of all the snow and stuff, I didn't. I was just playing Skull and Bones here at my own place. But there's a couple times that I was kind of laying back on the couch, and I catch myself like full on like waking up out of a nap and just sitting in one spot or whatever. On the game. It's like luckily I wasn't like in the middle of the sea or something like that, getting myself killed or whatever, falling asleep. But I just wake up and be like, oh, it's only like 9:30. Okay, well, I sat back up and started playing again. I haven't been able to get to sleep about dawn today. Oh man,
Yeah. It's been
everybody's up asleep now. I'm yawning.
it's been continuous. Like I've been awake when Nathan gets up at like 2:30 in the morning, and that's what happened 2 nights ago. I was still up, and I'm like, okay, Nathan's up now. I'm gonna go lay down, and yeah, I couldn't sleep. Like I didn't. I remember last checking the time at 3:30, and been like, okay, seriously. I put earbuds in. I like changed the music that I was listening to something different, and then I finally was able to get back to sleep or get to sleep.
I haven't been getting like good, restful, deep sleep other than like last night. But like I've just been waking up a lot in the middle of the night and stuff. Yeah, sleep disorders in high gear or something.
KJE, what's up? What's up?
Slap that thumbs up, KGE. Hi, everyone. The blue-eyed pseudomcgill cyanodorsalis is a fish which may work if adapted to salty water. Some of the collection points locations of them is said to be brackish or salty. Yes,
Oh,
yes, those little bitty, um, they're like a false rainbow.
gotcha.
Cyanodorsalis neon blue eye. These guys are gorgeous too. They look like little miniature flying fish.
Oh, yeah.
Except the
They're so
wings are
freaking
vertical
cute.
versus sideways. But yeah, they have this really nice blue line, the really nice blue eye, very obvious sexual dimorphism
Mm-hmm.
between the male and the female, which is good. It's easy to tell them apart. And yep, they are definitely brackish, but yeah, you could do them full salt too, probably.
Uh, Kenny E says I've been up since 3 a.m. today. Had a swap. Bagging fish wee hours of the morning. Yeah, I can't sleep at night, but as soon as the sun rises, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't sleep deep enough, so I'm dragging all the time and fall asleep for seconds or minutes while I'm awake, and that's why I can't drive. Oh my gosh, that's been
Oh,
happening to me. And like a month or so ago, I actually like fell asleep at the wheel for a second, and luckily I was only going like 20 to 25 miles an hour, but I hit a pole
ugh,
when I was driving the work truck, and it could have been really, really bad. I could have hurt somebody else. There could have been kids around. I could have damaged cars. I could have done so many different other things. But also, they didn't really know how to label it when it happened, as far as, with work and all that, too. Um, so at first, they were just going to, because there's no like point label for falling asleep at the wheel. So they were at first going to point it as, yeah, not good. Yeah, right. At first they were going to point it as like a runaway truck, which would have been like automatic termination. Um, but they labeled it as something else or whatever, which I don't remember, which basically got me like 7 points or something like that. And so I
yeah.
think 21 points in a year is termination. And so I was like, I'm already a third of the way there. So,
Mm,
but yeah, and it's just like, and so it's just like, yeah, at first, like, there is just, I was going to be like terminated because of just the points, but it's like my boss, and well, my boss's boss, like the regional guy, was like, I don't want to move towards like getting him fired or anything like that. And it's just like, that would totally suck if I got fired because of like something that's like completely out of my control for the most part. Like I was already
yeah.
like as much caffeine as I could, doing as much sleep as I could, like, and like nobody was injured or anything like that. But apparently the truck, like, even though it was like $5,000 worth of damage or something like that, and so like
Jeez.
they're not even gonna fix it because they've already shut down a bunch of like other depots and stuff, and there's other trucks available out there, so they're just gonna like junk that one, send us another one, like, yeah, but
Send you one that's been sitting in storage.
but no, it's like kind of the same sort of thing, Sketty, like waking up throughout the night, not getting deep enough sleep, even though I'm getting enough sleep hours wise. I'm not getting any sort of like true like deep sleep to where, like, yeah, I will be totally fine, but then just like randomly just be like, get like really, really drowsy all of a sudden. And I hadn't had this problem for a while. Like I was even saying before, like I never like get drowsy while I'm driving or anything like that. I never had that issue before.
Hmm.
And I just haven't been falling asleep as well.
Once I fall asleep, I'm dead. I used to be like that before I had Kane. Now I got the mom instinct, so certain sounds click me awake at night.
I used to be able to sleep for like just like 10 hours straight and just be like straight up out.
Yep.
And now I'll sleep for like 2 hours, wake up, have to use the bathroom, go back to sleep, sleep like another hour, wake up, have to use the bathroom. Uh, am I just becoming an old man? Like,
Yep. Sleep apnea. Oh yeah, mommy sleep. I get that. Yep. Where certain sounds, I'm awake. I got a solution for sleeping problems. It's a big vegetable garden. Dang weeds.
yeah,
I love my melatonin. Yeah.
yeah, I love my melatonin too, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to work very well anymore. I need like a triple melatonin dose. And they say it's like melatonin's like non habit forming or whatever, but I don't know. I can sure become immune to it or something.
Oh no no. Oh boy, mom ears almost did me in with 4 teenagers. Probably how I developed a sleep disorder. Yeah. Yeah. Lady Diane says she's up to 12 milligrams of melatonin.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Ah, it builds. Yeah.
Definitely builds, just like anything else. You build a tolerance for everything.
Yep.
Homer trigger.
I feel like I want to play the monitor video again for people who jumped in after I already played it. So,
Well, yeah, there's people that haven't seen my little video about my
oh yeah, you're a little dude.
either.
So, okay, I'll go first. So, today the monitor lizard got loose on my watch. Um
Yeah.
I thought it went like straight under the aisles and then I couldn't find it. It like disappeared. Well, it wasn't until like 2 or 3 hours later whenever the animal manager came in um after this. What did you buy this week? I did buy some stuff this week.
She didn't buy a
But anyway,
monitor.
but so I thought he was under the aisle. So I'm looking in the aisles. I actually I didn't mention this earlier, but I took those large animal carrier boxes that Petco has. I cut out a little door and I put dirty mouse bedding in there just as like a little hideaway for him, like to attract him and encourage him to hide in it, so at least somewhat contain him. I don't know. I was trying to be smart about it.
Right.
Um, so about 3 hours later, the animal manager and the aquatic specialist came in, and one of them had said like, "Oh man, I wish we had cameras on the reptiles, like directly on the reptiles." And the aquatic specialist was like, "No, but we have some in aquatics." So, um, where is it? There it is. So we went to the cameras. um, turns out he did not run straight under this aisle. The little dude. Where is it? There he is. He ran to aquatics. And here I am, like looking down the aisles, and I'm paging my other worker to come help me. Ugh, it's so stupid. So yeah, he was in this like corner system that's over here. Yeah, yeah. Had no idea,
Skittish
but
little monitor lizard. Yep.
yeah. Ugh, I was so upset. I was so upset about it, but we got him. He's safe. But all right, you share your thing. I'm gonna go grab the things that I bought this week. So
Okay. What did Gina buy this week?
yeah,
You're up to
give me a
50
second.
milligrams. Wow. I'll say I'm already at 20, but yeah. I was say 50 is a lot. But I don't take it every night necessarily. Because some nights I do get really tired, and so I can just fall asleep, but I still just wake up throughout the night. But yeah, so what I was gonna say was I was trying to take more pictures and stuff of my sunfish, what I believe is a sunfish, my mystery fish earlier, and you know, so here he is. He's super camera shy, poking his little face out of the rocks. He's super adorable with his little derpy little lip there and his cute little eyes. And he'd start to come out just a little bit, and then he'd just sort of sit there and just watch. Like, I don't like that camera. He's super camera shy. And it's like anytime I put the camera up, he would just like hide away. But he'd poke out, and I did eventually get him to like kind of come out from the rock. And then he just, nope, gone. But when he did that, I was able to get a couple of screenshots that were in focus. And so you can kind of see his little ear spot there. And some of his markings there to where, yeah, I really think he's probably a green sunfish. But what was interesting was he'd come out from my hand. He'd like follow my finger on the glass, but as soon as I put the camera up, he'd go and hide back into the rock. So then I'd like kind of pull the camera back and I'd rub my finger on the glass again and he'd come out. Like, what's that? And then I put the camera back up and he'd be like, nope, I'm gone. And then I tried to something else and I put some food in there and had that. And so I thought maybe I'd get him while he's getting food. And I tried to film him and he's just like, nope, you're not going to film me, bro. And so that's what we got so far of my mystery fish. Fish are entertaining. Yep. And it's like even just one in the tank. And so I have been kind of thinking about it since he is super camera shy like that. He's the only fish in that tank since I rescaped it for him and I did that just for him. But part of me is almost thinking maybe I should get some sort of like dither fish. Like maybe when the weather warms up again or something like that, I might try to go out to like a creek and collect a couple like minnows or something like that. Just put a couple minnows in there. And maybe if there's some other like dither fish swimming on the top, he won't be so scared and will kind of come out of the rock more. Because he wasn't like hiding like that all the time when he was in this tank. But I didn't want to keep him in there because I didn't want him like messing with all the other fish. But it's just like now I'm almost thinking like maybe he won't necessarily mess with the other fish, at least not yet, but maybe it would be better to have him with at least some other fish in there so that he won't come out more.
Rachel, I totally agree with that. I also have a prescription sleep aid, but I never remember to take it in time. I need to make sure there's a solid 8 hours of sleep. So, like, take it and then plan, like, in an hour to then sleep 8 hours straight.
So
But I always
take
remember,
breathe through the nose, just
right?
pass out.
Oh my gosh. So,
Great.
I always forget to take it, and then when I think about it, it's like 11 or 12 at night. And I'm like, well, can't take that now.
How long have I had him?
It's about
Probably
three.
about a month now.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 3 or 4 weeks.
Three to 4 weeks. At least 2 weeks now. Maybe to 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah. Um. Let me see. If I probably deleted pictures, but well, let's see. The first pictures I have of him when I put him in that tank was from Saturday, February 10th. So that was last week. And then the first one was Saturday, January 20. Because the first picture I got of him was Thursday, January 25th. So yeah, I've had him for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, give him time. He's scared to death.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had him for like 1 week, 1.5 weeks in that, or 1 week in that tank. Rescaped this tank, and I've had him for like about 2 weeks in this tank now. And yeah, he seems really comfortable or whatever in the tank for the most part. He's just like hiding from me and the camera, and so mainly just the camera.
Yeah.
He'll come out from my finger, which I showed you guys. But yeah, it's interesting.
All right, we ready for what Gina bought this week?
What did Gina buy this
What
week?
did Gina buy this week? TikTok edition
Oh no.
from the TikTok shop. Yes, it finally got me. I've been holding out for so long. Retired, sleep as long as I want. I'm jealous. That's what I'm most excited for retirement. Is just being the true lazy self I want to be. Um Okay, so first I wanted, so I used to paint my nails, or at least do nail tips and stuff. Well, I've been wanting to do it lately, but I don't have nail glue. Well, I keep seeing this advertised, and it's like a brush-on nail glue that's actually just came today, so that's why my nails aren't done. Um,
Could
eh,
you do
eh,
your nails on stream?
I could, well, I could, um, but I'm not gonna be paying attention. So it's just like a normal like bottle of nail polish, but it's nail glue. So you brush this on your nail, and then you put the cap on, and it sticks. So I've scoured through the reviews. Most of them are good, so hopefully that is a good one.
Can you get on toast? Have a great night. I keep
Good night,
going.
Kenny.
It's only like 7 p.m. where you are.
He's been up since 3.
Oh well. Okay. Good night.
He had a swap, and he was bagging fish at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Um.
He'll be up again at like 11.
Okay, the second thing.
Start doing water changes.
So they're pimple patches, but so I have pimple patches. So if you have like a whitehead or a pimple, and you're not supposed to pick your face, and I'm terrible at picking my face, I can't leave my face alone. I just have hydrocolloid patches, but these are hydrocolloid, salicylic acid, and tea tree oil. So again, I looked through the reviews.
And they're little stars.
Yeah, they're little star shaped. They're like all 4 colors. They're all the same thing. It's just they sort them into 4 different colors, and 3 different size stars. So little ones for the little guys, medium ones for the medium guys, big ones for the big guys. So this just came in the mail yesterday. Um,
You're gonna like walk around with a bunch of stars on your
well,
face.
it's to put on overnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just making it.
Every nail glue I've tried dries out between uses, so I have to open a new one each time. I stick with the cheap stuff now. Yeah. So this was pretty cheap, and that's kind of what I'm worried about, is that the brush will get eventually start drying and start clumping. So we shall see. We shall
Yeah.
see. And then the last one is dry shampoo, but it's like a powder, and it's in a like puffy, like a pump, so it puffs. But yeah, it's called Good Ass. It's called Good Ass Hair Day dry shampoo. Um, I've
Instead of
been
a bad
seeing
hair.
yeah, I've been seeing ads for this for a long time. They actually just started selling refill pouches, so you don't have to keep buying the pump. So eco-friendly company, small business. I used it once. Honestly, I don't know if I just let my hair get too oily, but it did kind of build up like on my scalp a little bit, or I might have used too much. I don't know, because I'm used to using like the aerosol dry shampoo, which I shouldn't be using aerosol because I have a bird. Um, but yeah, it honestly wasn't really that much different than just putting cornstarch on my hair. So, like I said, I probably let it get too oily though.
I I tried a dry shampoo like one time and I didn't like understand it. So yeah, that was it. Like I think my ex fiance had like bought some and I tried it like one time and just had no idea.
Yep,
Like just like, okay, like,
it does. It's a learning curve.
oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep taking a shower.
yeah, yeah. It's more of like yeah. sometimes time gets away from you, or you have to like close and then open the next day, and yeah. And actually, so like my type of hair, you're not supposed to wash it every day. It dries it out. Like you're not supposed to shampoo it every day. So you can still like you can still put your hair up and take a shower and wash your body and just not wash your hair. And then
Oh
this is
yeah,
to
no,
help
I
take
mean,
care of the oils.
I don't
So
wash my hair every day for sure, and I'm
yeah,
not. I don't. Yeah, you're not supposed. I don't think anybody is supposed to actually wash their hair every day.
right.
Um, there's some people that do, and then they probably end up balding when they're 40 years old. But you know, if you want beautiful hair like me, no, I'm kidding.
Beautiful hair like me.
Then,
Yeah, no, I only like
yeah,
shampoo it like once a week. So this
yep.
helps make sure the oil stays under control.
I say I definitely give my hair like a really good wash, like once a week, sometimes twice a week, depending on like what sort of labor intensive stuff I do. Like if I'm like more in the summer, I probably wash my hair more because I'm doing more
Yeah,
like sweating and stuff
sweating.
like that. Uh, yeah, in winter time, yeah, one good wash a week.
So yeah, this was my TikTok haul. All girly stuff. Oh, did I buy anything else this week? I don't think so.
What about your pimple poppers stuff? Good evening, folks. What's up, Steven?
Steven!
It's 4 a.m. here now. I'm going into work mode. It's awesome to fall asleep to the U.S. streams. Makes me feel like I have family watching over me in my apartment. Take care, you. You know, I
Good
get that.
night.
I
Yeah.
get that, I especially like when it was like pandemic time and nobody was able to like get out and interact. Like the YouTube fish tuber live streams were the place to be, man. Like just
Yeah.
hanging out. Like it made me feel like I was really just hanging out with my friends and just
Mhm.
talking and chatting. And I mean it still kind of feels like that. That's why I continue to do it every week and continue to talk with you guys. Like I mean it's a lot of it is just a conversation between me and Gina, and
Yeah.
then like talking with you guys in chat a lot too. I like to go off of the chat.
So men, I think, can get away with shampooing their hair every day because it's mostly the scalp that you're cleaning. Because your hair is short enough that the oils in your scalp do reach that the whole section of your hair pretty easily. But once you get past like 3 inches, 3 or 4 inches, then your hair, like the oils, don't usually reach out that far. So the
Yeah,
ends of your hair and stuff, you're definitely not supposed to be shampooing every
yes,
day.
it is kind of different, because I when my hair was short, like when I had like buzz cut and stuff like that. Oh yeah, like I love the feeling of washing my hair
Hmm.
every day. But now that I have long hair, the,
It's work.
normally the day after washing my hair, or like the day I do wash my hair, is like the worst.
Yeah.
Like I hate it. I hate that day because my
It's
hair is like the driest, and it's like really frizzy, and like the wind just blows it everywhere, and it just like all the little hairs get all up in my face, on my nose, and it's just like it's so aggravating. That is the worst day.
Yep.
Like the day after that though,
Oh yeah,
or
that's the
even
best hair
like
day.
the third, maybe even the third day, is
Yeah,
like
the
best.
best. So you need a you
And
need
the
a leave-in
oils
conditioner.
actually go back into your hair. And
Yeah.
I was buying this hair oil for a while from the people that I bought my hair ties for guys from and all that stuff. They were on Shark Tank. They literally started with hair ties for guys, and they're called the Long Hairs. They do a whole bunch of stuff. I get my shampoo and conditioner from them, but they've ran out of their hair oils. They actually lost the manufacturer on that one, and now they found a new one, but they're rebuilding up their supply and they haven't relisted it yet. But man, it's been a miserable like few months without that hair oil because like it's been like extra frizzy.
Yep. Yeah, you need a leave-in conditioner. Steven, we're talking about oily hair because I bought the good at oh gosh, where is it? Good ass hair day dry shampoo. So far it's okay. I don't know. I might have let my hair get too oily when I used it.
uh, Rebound oiliness, and it's probably just because you're down in Louisiana as well.
Try vinegar and your favorite oil, and I forget. I think egg. Oh,
Egg,
sorry, it looked like it.
uh,
Air. So egg is a good hair mask.
yeah,
If you put it in,
no,
leave it, and then
it's
wash it out.
vinegar, oil, and then you add a little bit of like baking soda to like
Yeah,
make it foam up and stuff, and you can also add like the oil, or like you can add like scented oils and stuff like that too, for
I've
like
heard.
fragrance.
I've heard beer, also.
Yep. My brother just does apple cider vinegar and water, I'm pretty sure, and
Yep.
he's just been doing that for a while, and it works for him. I don't like that. Um, I've never necessarily tried it, but I don't know. I just don't want to put vinegar in my hair. That just seems really
I
weird
don't
to
want to
me.
smell like vinegar.
And I
Yeah.
like the smell of this chew. I decided to go with cultural appropriation of Willie Nelson today.
Right.
Uh,
It definitely doesn't help living in 100,000% humidity, right?
that's what I was talking about.
Mountain greenery. Hello, hello. Yeah. Lady Diane said, "Good ass is not a name I'd have used." Yeah. Eh.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the I can't remember the. It's not Doctor Squatch because that's like the internet one or whatever. But there was like another one that they were selling at like Target and stuff. That was like Doctor something or whatever, like big ass bar of soap, and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it was like marketed towards men. And I it was actually like pretty good stuff or whatever. But I just loves the names like big ass bar of soap. And no, not Harry's. Harry's does the shaving stuff. Um, which is funny because I guess they named it Harry's as in like the people that
Oh,
your Harry's or your shaving,
it was
but
big ass brick.
yeah, big ass brick of soap.
It is Duke Cannon.
Duke Cannon, yeah, Duke Cannon. So there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, productivity wins the day. I think is like their abrasive. Ew, they have a Bush beer scented one. Ew.
So the Frontier 40, they have Campfire, Fresh Cut Pine, Midnight Swim, and Leaf and Leather. But man, that Campfire one sounds like it smelled really good. This okay, so I I'm gonna make a YouTube poll. I haven't done this like ever, I don't think, but I don't, you're gonna have to I guess go to my side of the channel to do the poll, but
Links in the description if you're on my
link
side.
is in the description.
Smells like Clydesdales. I'm a body wash and
Do
bath poof kind of girl. So the
you like
next
the smell
thing,
of campfire?
okay,
So
so hold on really quick about the bath poof. So I've been seeing these African loofah like towels. So it's essentially a loofah, but it's not scrunched up. So you can like wash your back really easily. It dries faster, so less bacteria forms in it. But it's actually like hand knotted like netting. So the knots in it really help scrub all the dead skin cells off. That was possibly I was thinking about buying it at the same time, but I was already spending enough on all this. That might be my next little impulse buy.
interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the question is, do you like the smell of campfire? And no, there's no poll over on Gina's side. You have to jump over to my side to
Yep.
Danny's to the glass box hero side to do
Yep,
the
links
poll.
in the description.
Yeah, no, that's a question that I've always wondered. Like, do you like the smell of campfire? Because I've always thought that that's an amazing smell, and I love it. Like, especially like the day after, I love
Mhm.
putting on the same clothes that I wore at a bonfire the night, like the day prior, because it just smells like bonfire. Like, oh yeah, or like putting on that coat again. It's just like I love
Yep.
that smell.
Or your hair.
Absolutely love it. Or my hair, yeah.
You
I
turn and
love
then your hair wafts. Yeah.
but I saw a commercial like years ago, maybe, and it was like about like I don't know Febreze or deodorant or something or whatever, and it was like it was suggesting that the smell of campfire was like gross and you
What?
shouldn't smell like a campfire. You should cover it up with this fancy Febreze for fabrics or something like that or whatever. And
Whatever.
I was just like, do people not like the smell of campfire? Like when I walk around feeling like a badass Viking campfire man, like do they hate the way I smell and they're just not saying anything? And so yeah, it seems like people agree with me. Seems like that commercial is just dumb.
You know what, Nano?
The
I don't
stupid
need
New York people hate the smell of freedom.
Nano, you don't need to judge me on how I spend my money, sir. If I want to call it impulse buying, because I know I shouldn't. I know it's probably dumb, but I want to buy it anyway.
Yeah. Is it
Oh, I
really
did.
yeah.
I did do the solid shampoo and solid hair conditioner for a while, but I bought it from Lush, which is very expensive. Um, if I find another brand that's not as expensive, then I might go back to it because it's so nice for traveling. Oh, solid shampoo and those toothpaste tabs. Have you seen those? It's like a little, like almost like a Tums but smaller. But you chew on it and it's toothpaste. Oh, it makes oh, it's so nice to travel with.
Wow, at least one person said no.
I like the smell of mud.
Hmm. It would be cooler if I could smell a complete fire. No sense of smell here, but I love vicariously. I live vicariously through those who can. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, Whip's World was born without a sense of smell,
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
or was injured or something, and lost his sense of smell. I don't remember, but either way, he doesn't have a sense of smell, which I found out because he commented that he could still taste food even though he doesn't have a sense of smell. And I
Mhm.
was saying that most of your what people call a scent like tasting
Flavor.
food or flavor actually comes from fragrance,
Yep.
and that still is true. I think, but he can still taste the food, obviously.
I would love for you to try the decal nails UV set. I've seen those, yeah. They go on like nail polish stickers, but then they sell it like acrylic. Yes, I follow a couple. I've seen those advertisements also. They're a little expensive. I haven't pushed myself over to try it yet.
Yeah. What about yeah? I've seen those like yeah. I mean, they might be talking about the same thing, but they're almost like a rubbery, like vinyl, like press-on nail, and then
Mhm.
it
And then
like
yeah, you use the lamp and it hardens.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, so there's also different types of smoke smell. There's like the burny smoke smell. So there's black smoke and there's white smoke.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like the black smoke is what you don't. So that would be like leaves burning,
Oh yeah,
um,
smelling like
like
leaves burning and stuff is kind of gross.
yeah.
Like
But wood burning, like that white smoke smell, is the good smoke smell.
yeah, if you're burning, yeah, there you go. Hardwood fires smell better than softwood, like
Yeah,
pine.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think burning like cedar wood smells really really good. Like redwood smells really really good, but yeah, burning leaves smells bad. Like,
Yeah.
and when I was burning a big old fire pit a couple weeks ago or whatever, because Uh, that remember all the leaves, the limbs and stuff from the big old limb that fell
Yeah.
on the house. Well, I just kind of left that there for a while, and the city didn't like that. So I'm just like, well, what do I do with all this? I can't get rid of this. It can't all fit in my trash can in 1 week. I'm gonna get in trouble even if I do put it in a trash can. So, well, I got a big old hole in the middle of my backyard that I've been working on to dig out for a pond. So I just literally threw like all of it in there
There
and
you
just
go.
covered it with lighter fluid, just burnt it all. And to like kind of keep some of it going, I was like throwing leaves on it or whatever. And yeah, the next day, that was the one time I can say I didn't really like the way my hair smelled and all that because it mostly smelled like the burning leaves, not the good wood or anything like that. But yeah, I do. I just love the smell of campfire.
Yeah. That good old electrical fire smoke.
Now
Oh,
that does not smell good.
no.
As
Burning
soon as I
plastic.
smell that like electric or plastic sort of burning smell, like I just immediately want to try to not breathe as much as possible. I'm just like inhale as minimum as possible to get
Yeah.
by until you no longer smell that smell.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like it's just terrible. It would be cooler if I could smell a campfire, but I can't smell anything. But I'll live vicariously through the rest of you. Yep.
Yeah. It's hard to describe. Couch cushion, that's the worst. Ooh. Yeah, I would imagine. Because that would have plastics and fibers. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have to say, though, probably most of you have never experienced this or whatever, but burning body is definitely the worst.
No, thank you.
That is definitely the worst smell.
Hopefully, we can get the fish fam together this summer in WS. And Lady Dan asked, "What is WS?" And that's
Washington
Wisconsin.
State or Wisconsin? Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna say like Washington State, but oh, okay, straight up.
Like literally Wisconsin, not like yeah, okay. Because Washington State would be WA, Washington. Yeah.
Yeah,
Plastics and keep damned.
depends on the body.
It depends on the body. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what body would smell good while it's burning. They all smell
yeah.
bad.
Because whenever Nathan started, using the smoker to smoke our meats and stuff, we did have
Oh,
a
okay. I
like a
see.
side.
We were
We did
talking
have like
about
yeah. Um,
smoking certain meats smells can smell pretty good.
so
Yeah.
he had like an actual like a chark or a wood smoker. Um, and even the pellet smoker, it's like this too. When you first start it, you literally have the thing open and you let all the black smoke kind of run its course. And when the smoke turns white, that's whenever you put your meat in, and that's when you smoke. That's when
Yeah.
you start smoking.
But exactly, and so that was a point that I was just gonna make is that with that though you're not actually burning the meat, you're burning the wood, and the smoke and the heat is cooking the meat,
Mm.
but not like burning it actually.
Right.
Like burning flesh, like actually on fire and stuff or whatever, is a terrible, terrible smell. Note to self: don't mess with Mark. Well, I mean, honestly, I think that's probably the biggest problem with society nowadays is nobody drinks blood from the skull of their enemies anymore. Like,
Oh,
it, and it
is
would be
that
a
what
lot
the issue
cooler
is?
if I pulled up a skull mug right now, but I don't have one. I've been trying to find a really cool one.
Lady Diane, I'm always smoking something. Oh boy.
Actually, I'm gonna find the skull of my enemy mug. Oh, look at that!
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They-
Oh, I'm sure they exist.
Oh, hell yeah!
Next
Oh,
segment on what did Danny buy this week?
oh, wow. There's some really cool ones.
I've seen coffee mugs where it's like a regular mug shape, but it has like shaped glass on the inside. So, like when you put your coffee in, it looks like a skull. Yeah.
So there's just some fancy ones, but like this is what I'm talking about. Like that is sweet. That one has a handle, but like this one is like sitting like on something. That's really cool too.
I do laugh at your jokes, Lady Diane.
But this one on Etsy though. Stop. Oh, that is sweet. Memento Mori skull cup.
So it doesn't have a handle? Oh, that's cool.
It does not have a handle.
Oh. So I wonder, is that considered a mug or is that considered like a soup bowl?
It's a cup or handmade
You know how
ceramic.
like some mugs once they hit a certain size they start calling them a soup mug?
It's a Memento Mori cup with no handle. So I guess there's a skull coffee mug. Whatever. Or, yeah, I don't know.
Does it say how many ounces it is?
It was 12.
Oh, okay, so that's like a standard like coffee cup. I don't have my mug in here. Yeah, the important thing is how much coffee does it hold? 12 ounces.
Please note that every piece is handmade. Color variations and missing teeth combinations are unique with each piece.
Nano's comment. Oh, great cup for clam chowder.
Oh, yeah.
Or tomato soup.
One can of soda. Each piece is my artist signature embossed on the bottom.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. See, I like how he even put all the effort to put in like all the joint marks on the cream. Oh, that's so good. Oh, and then there's
neat.
artist signature on the bottom.
Oh gosh, even the bottom of the skull. Geez.
I know it looks like an actual skull. Like that's, and it comes. I guess maybe it does come in different sizes.
Oh.
So they might be able to find a link to a larger one. Oh, here we go. There's a smaller one, I guess. So
there's taller ones.
3.3 ounce double espresso shot. There's a 12 ounce with a handle. There's a
tall. Yeah, there's a tall one.
Shot.
Tall one with the bottom jaw.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Crossbone Stein. So, oh yeah, these are sweet. That's so cool.
Yeah. Whip.
That's the perfect thing to drink tomato soup out of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just had a mug of fantastic tomato soup with crackers. You know, I got some tomato soup, and I think I'm going to have that after the live stream. Tomato soup and French bread with cheese.
And a big fat 20-ounce skull of coffee.
I want a Nephilim skull mug that's like, giant.
I love tomato soup and grilled cheese. Yes, that's a classic.
Tomato soup and grilled cheese is the absolute best. Whip World!
Whippy! But yeah.
So there's 14 votes, and it looks like everybody voted yes except one person voted no. I don't know.
One person wanted to be different.
Either one person wanted to be different, or they just haven't actually made themselves known. It's like, I voted no. I hate the smell of campfires.
See, okay, I've never cooked or had like marbled rye, but marbled rye with a grilled cheese with tomato soup sounds really good. But I don't want to buy a whole loaf of marbled rye just for that because I won't eat the rest.
You didn't see me showing the tiny skulls for the espresso? Yeah, they had 3.3 double espresso shots. They
Oh,
have both ones with handles and without handles.
that was
Those,
something else I bought this week. I actually got like the yellow brick like ground espresso coffee because I
oh,
have like those mocha pots. So I actually have espresso for my mocha pot now. Um
mhm.
so I've been making espresso, like my own little lattes at home, except I don't have like flavored syrups or anything, but so far it's been good.
Pepperidge Farms does sell half loaves, which is nice.
Oh,
Marble Dry is great for Reubens if you like
yeah,
Reubens. I don't like
Cuban
Reuben, but I
coffee.
would like it for maybe a grilled cheese, though.
Yeah.
I want to try a pumpernickel grilled cheese. That might be really, really good.
Yeah, so I had always known about that Cuban coffee and that exists, but I actually looked at Aldi. I don't know why Aldi doesn't keep it with the other ground coffee. They actually keep it with the instant coffee. And that's why I never noticed it. I just happened to look down. I'm like, "Oh, it's that yellow brick that I keep seeing like Cubans and Italians and stuff use in the mocha pots." I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this."
The best coffee I ever had was from Panama. Somebody that was actually in Panama brought it back for me, and it was really, 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 really good. But normally I'll drink like Colombian or something like that. Though recently I've been more on like a light roast kick, but then I'll make like the light roast like extra strong, so that it's more or less like a medium roast. Because light roast has more caffeine.
Yes. So the thing about that Zen is I've talked about it before, but my little SpaghettiOs hack, you make ramen noodles. So you open your brick of ramen noodles, you cook the noodles, and then you put tomato soup over. Like you drain out the water, put tomato soup on it, and it's essentially SpaghettiOs but long noodles.
Yep.
It's so
I
good.
had somebody that for some reason didn't want the cheese packet to their macaroni and cheese, and so I had ramen noodles. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put the cheese packet on my ramen noodles, and it was really, really good.
Yeah,
But I've done it with SpaghettiOs. I will definitely, use a grilled cheese sandwich with SpaghettiOs sometimes, but
yeah, it's tomato soup. It is
it's
tomato
more or
soup
less tomato soup with little
with
spaghetti.
noodles. Yeah, it's so
But
good.
one of these days, I'm gonna try to figure out my own recipe to make my own like actual tomato soup. I just I wanna figure it out because I want it to taste like Campbell's tomato soup, but I
Mhm.
want it to be homemade.
Yeah.
um, I don't want it to taste like super basil-y. I don't want it to have like chunks of tomato in there. I want to blend it really nice and smooth. But I got to figure out the right amount of like tomatoes, onion, whatever else I got to add in there to make it taste.
Sugar.
Oh, yeah. Probably a shit ton of sugar.
Yep. Yeah.
Had some fancy tomato soup out of a carton. Damn good. See, that's the thing is, I don't like any of the fancy tomato soups that I've found.
Yeah, they are
A
too
lot of
basily.
times they have too much basil, or there's like giant chunks of tomato in there, or I don't know, they just don't have the right sort of flavor or anything like that. I really just like Campbell's creamy tomato soup. If I do it out of the condensed can, I'm adding milk to it. I'm not adding water unless I don't have any milk and I'm really struggling. But
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta figure out the right sort of combination to make my own tomato soup. Because once I can do that, then then I'm set, and then I actually have a reason to grow tomatoes and stuff like that. Because then I can just literally make a gigantic pot of tomato soup and just put it in little like pint things and just
Yeah,
freeze it
jars.
and or even can it. Yeah, you can do. I could probably properly can it and have it shelf stable for a year or so and whatever else. Dude, that's what my sister mainly does is a lot of canning and stuff now. Half and half works too. Oh, I've never. Well, I guess if you did a little bit of half and half and kind of watered it down a little bit, that might work. Yeah, I tried. I'm trying to remember. Uh, maybe it was maybe it was a white Russian. I think I was yeah. I tried to make like a white Russian one time, and instead of doing like half and half, I did it with like heavy whipping cream instead because I just had like too much heavy whipping cream from when I made fettuccine a couple nights prior. It's like, well, what do I do with this? So it's like, well, oh no, I tried to put it in my coffee. Like, oh, let's just add a little bit to my coffee. It was like it was too thick. It was like too thick for my coffee. I did not like it.
Zenny,
Don't
dropping the links. All right,
Campbell's
says you'll need.
copycat recipe.
All right, ingredients you need: whole milk, tomato sauce and tomato puree, chicken broth, garlic, and sugar.
Hmm. I've heard that. Yeah, I've seen people do that. But I mean, I want to do it with like, well, I guess instead of buying tomato puree and all stuff, I can just make my own. But yeah, can we talk about burning bodies again? All that milk talking. Wow, Steven doesn't like milk. No titty juice for Stephen P. Okay.
The best way to freeze any soup with dairy is to leave the dairy out of the last step. If you're using heavy cream, the soup will freeze fine, but milk is better when added fresh to the recipe. Once you
Oh
defrost your
right.
soup, just heat in a pot to warm and then stir in the whole milk and serve.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's 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 pretty much makes sense. You know, yeah, you make the part that would be like shelf stable. Yeah, dairy is not very shelf stable, so yeah, you got to do that last minute.
You're making me hungry. We're from STL. We're always talking food. Always.
Always
Weather
talking.
or food.
I make my Colorado Bulldogs with whole milk. What are Colorado Bulldogs?
That is a good question.
Colorado Bulldog drink with Kahlua. Ooh. ID. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bunny!
I'm old enough to. Okay, 1 part Kahlua, absolute vodka, cream, and cola. Yeah. See, that says for like heavy cream or like full cream. And that sounds good. You know, it's pretty much. You can make that just like a tiny little shot or something like that.
Yeah, Steven, you don't like milk, but do you eat cheese? And Steven, are you still with Kelly? Is Kelly still in Louisiana with you guys? Is that where
Cheese is
Jenna
my
is?
absolute favorite food.
Is Jenna
Cheese
entertaining
pasta.
Kelly?
Bunny Viper's here.
Or is Kelly asleep?
Some cheese in certain circumstances. I love cream cheese. Like
Steven hates cream cheese.
there's this there's this one guy that I saw a short video of on YouTube, and I was just like, that guy's my spirit animal. He went to like a bagel place, and he's like, can I get a plain bagel with half a pound of cream cheese? And they start putting on a bunch, and he's just like, I was like, now, ma'am, you have to understand. I've been getting half a pound of cream cheese on my bagels, probably a lot longer than you've been putting half a pound of cream cheese on a bagel. So I can tell you that that looks like about a quarter pound right now. So you need to add about a little bit more. Okay, okay, another more. it's,
Oh my gosh.
it's,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's,
Oh my
there we
gosh.
go. That looks like half a pound right there.
Oh my god.
And it's just like that. That yes, I'm all for that.
We just had dinner, dropped Kelly and Jake off at their hotel. Nice. And he's taking them back to the airport in the morning. Yeah, and
I
then Zenny asked, "What about ice cream?" Oh, I love ice cream. I actually have uh triple chocolate gelato in the freezer right now from Aldi. It's so good.
White Russian with Coke. I thought a White Russian with Coke was called a Black Russian. Is that? Am I wrong?
Whenever I hear Danny's
Oh,
bird, I
contrast
swear.
coffee. Oh, so it's a White Russian without the white. Gotcha.
Nano says, whenever I hear Danny's birds, I swear it's singing Vanilla Ice's Ninja Rap. Oh well, at least that's the first thing that comes to mind.
I don't have any ice cream. Well, Diane, that's your fault. I was at your house like not too long ago. You know, I think I might be at your house tomorrow on Monday. So
Monday.
wait, nope,
That,
nope. I was there last week, last Monday, and you said you were fine. Your freezer was full. That's exactly what you told me. Your freezer's full. So how can you be out of ice cream if your freezer's full? Mm.
yep.
Go Ninja. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I know
Oh,
what you're talking about. That's exactly what he's whistling.
that's funny.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja. And then he trills at the end of it.
Oh my gosh. It was a plea for help.
My freezer broke 2 weeks ago. Oh no.
no.
Everybody's freezers are breaking and stuff. That's not good.
Our fish food freezer at work apparently stopped working, and it's because apparently the coils were just really dirty, so nobody at the store is maintaining the freezers like they should be. So that's another thing to add to my workload is to make sure the freezer coils are clean.
Well, that's apparently also like what the my heating tech from Bart Inman said too. Is that like that's and what James tried to tell me he emailed me. James is smart. Like he used to tinker with a whole lot of different stuff when he had the ability to do so, and he was telling me all these different ways of you know to ways to more or less jerry rig up your heater to where you can easily access the coil to keep it clean, and to increase the lifespan of your heater. And it's like, that's great, but I, I'm not a tinkerer guy like you are. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go in there with like a grinder or a drill and make a door into my heater that's not there, and like make a door that's not supposed to be there,
Yeah.
because I don't want to fuck something up and put a door
Yeah.
in the wrong spot or something like that. And because I'm stupid, and well, I'm not stupid, but I tend to just kind of jump into things before I have all the knowledge of it. And then I find out it's like after something bad happens, it's just like, oh, well, why didn't I think of doing that before I did this? Like,
right.
and so I just I don't trust myself with that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. But apparently that's what causes, the death of a lot of different electronic systems and whatever else is
Dust buildup.
dust buildup on the coil. And the coil is what regulates, the heat and all that sort of stuff. And yep. Because refrigerators, yeah, they don't more or less cool the food. They suck all the heat out of there, and yeah.
Oh my god, how come nobody said, "Hey lady, we talked about that over a minute and a half ago. You're way behind." Well, that's okay. Um
Well,
oh, just today. Oh my gosh, my aquatic specialist was like, "Hey Gina, we have to put in a maintenance ticket or whatever for the feeder goldfish tank system because it's like barely pushing out water and blah blah blah. I was like, when was the last time you cleaned the return pump? And she goes, what? I was like, go grab me a bucket. So got a bucket. I it's got a union so you can eat so you could take the return pump out and clean it like you're supposed to. So I had to call the manager animal manager over cuz men like to death tighten that down so I couldn't loosen up. So he got it loose and I'm like, "Okay, now move." That's all I needed you for was to unscrew the thing. Okay, now move. Um Took it out. Yeah, the impeller, the just like the marine land systems or any kind of impeller, the magnet was just got all kinds of goo on it, like buildup and stuff. So I was just like, you have to clean. That's all you have to do. Take this out, wipe this down, take a snake, clean out the inside of the pump, put it back together. There you go. And then I put it back in, and it's working perfect. And she goes, "Oh my god, you're so smart." I'm like, "Do you not read instruction manuals for things like it says?"
What's funny is, um, I had like just bought like an Aquion, or some. I think it was an Aquion hanging on the back, and some, and I think it was my first time using sand in an aquarium too, and like I didn't wash it enough. It was like play sand or whatever, and so it kind of built up into the impeller, and it like pretty much stopped the impeller like within like the first week of using it, and I didn't understand what happened. All of a sudden, like my thing just it was like kind of buzzing, but it wasn't working, and I'm like hitting it and it wouldn't work, and it's like this just wouldn't work. So I complained to Aquion or something like that, and they sent me a whole new one, which
Yeah.
was great. But then like the same sort of thing kind of happened like further down the road, like a couple months into it, and it was I like more was like taking off the bottom part because it has like the internal impeller suction or whatever, and I was
Mhm.
like kind of taking it off, and when I like shifted it, it must have like knocked the impeller or something enough to where it started going again. And I was just like, oh, oh, dang it. I must have returned one that didn't even need to be returned or something. Because that's when I like went in there and actually realized that it was gotten like really dirty, and I like cleaned it up and it started working really good and fine. And all of a sudden I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, I totally like complained and pulled a Karen move on Aquion for something stupid like the impeller getting jammed up.
Yeah.
And they sent me a new one.
Yeah. They probably got tired of trying to tell people to problem solve and just figured it's easier and just send them a new one.
Yep.
um,
But
but
I,
yeah,
after figuring that out, and I was able to help some other people that were coming in and like I need a new filter. I'm like, are you sure? Like it just kind of stopped working. I'm like, have you checked your impeller? And they're like, what?
hmm and you go shelf pull the same one that they have, and you pull it out of the box and you show them where it's at, and you're like, yeah, this piece,
Oh,
take this
see,
piece
no,
out
I
and change
never
it.
did that. That's something that I should have done was just grab the box and open it up and like, here,
Hmm.
this part right here, it gets dirty and it runs off of a magnet, and
Hmm.
the magnet makes it spin. And so when it gets clogged up, it can't get the connection to the magnet, and so it just doesn't spin. Though you'll hear the buzzing still.
Yep. Now, one time I did have one that actually broke, and it's because I was using silk plants, and the silk plants started to unravel, and those thread bits actually wrapped around my impeller, and like I could not get it unwrapped. Like I had to actually get a new filter.
You know, aquatic moose, you're totally right. Like, if I would have like actually called and like talked to a person, like a customer service person, that probably would have been the exact conversation. Just like calling like technical support, like, did you try unplugging it and plugging it back in? Or like, did you try checking your impeller for
Build
uh,
up.
build up and impaction? But I get a check for blood spurts and yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
thought
boy.
I had an email. Look, today I don't.
Oh, someone asked earlier twice. I forget who it was, but they asked, "Are blennies gobies or are gobies blennies?" Goby, the term goby and blenny is like time. It's made up by humans and is not real. Like
Yeah.
it's so
Gilby,
dumb.
Blenny, Darter, they're all very similar fish because they all kind of live in similar type areas and do similar type things, but they're all not related
Yep.
in the grand scheme of things, at least in the way that they organize stuff through the Kingdom Phylum class order, all that crap.
Yep.
They're not related at all, not even like genus wise. But um, yeah, they all kind of come in areas where there's high flow, rocky areas, and they want to grip onto stuff, and they just kind of dart along on the bottom.
It was moose. It was moose. I thought it was, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
misquote. Yeah, so like an example, mandarin fish, mandarin dragonets. They're people call them mandarin gobies. They are not gobies. And then you got your sleeper gobies and your shrimp gobies, which are two completely different things. I don't know why they call them both gobies. And then you got your blennies, like your
Darter
comb,
too.
yeah, your comb tooth blennies and your fang tooth blennies, completely different.
All these fish use their pectoral fins almost like little arm suction cups to help hold on to the rocks. And they all eat little foods and they all have rocky, high flowed areas. But
Yeah.
it's just a way that evolution kind of came up with the same sort of thing. Oh yeah, there you go. Convergent evolution. That's kind of the word I was looking for without actually knowing that there was a word for it. But yeah, like evolution just kind of came upon the same creature multiple times in several different ways,
Yep.
and they kind of found each other. Um, the same way like you have lions and tigers and leopards and stuff that all look so different, you know. But they're all well,
Yeah.
those are all closer related than I guess blennies and gobies and all that are. But yeah,
I was at whenever I was at my old Petco helping with their inventory, their animal manager, which she doesn't know a whole lot about fish. She asked me, she's like, "Can you come check out this flame hawkfish?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "He's acting weird." I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I'm looking at it, I was like, "Okay, he looks fine to me. Like, how's he acting weird?" And she goes, "Well, he keeps like sinking to the bottom and he's like standing. He's not like swimming." And I was like, because hawkfish don't have a swim bladder. That's
yep,
what they do. And she goes, "Oh, really?" I was like, "You should probably start googling some fish more." Like, I'm
yep,
sorry, but that's how I learned. That's how I had to teach myself. You just got to start using the Googles.
yep.
I'm sorry.
That's adorable though. That she's like something's wrong with the fish, and it's like nope, that's
That
actually completely normal.
that's what he
It
does.
is weird if you think of it as like some other fish,
Yeah.
but for this fish, it's actually really normal.
She
There's
goes, "Yeah,
actually
he
some fish that swim upside down all the
yeah.
time.
Yep. Yeah, she's like, "He really likes the veggie clip. He'll perch up there all the time." I was like, "Yeah. Yeah. That's that sounds correct."
Yeah, yeah. It's just like there's sometimes there's people that are actually making legitimate videos, but there's a lot of people that don't necessarily know what they're talking about, and they're going and they see a betta sitting at the bottom, kind of resting on in the cup, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's depressed and it's terrible, and he's gonna die in this cup." And it's just like, no, betta fish is just kind of lazy, and he's just sitting there,
Yep.
fine. But yeah, no matter what, I do hate that everybody puts bettas in cups, and that's something that places are starting to finally get better at. When you start to go to like the family owned places and stuff, like Tropical World Pets, they have one of those big old like racking systems, like what
Mhm.
they have at Aquarium Co-op and all that stuff, where each betta has its own tank technically, but it's all one big filtering water system that is like 200 gallons overall or
Yep.
something like that. So
Yep.
yeah, the Cubs are sad regardless. I get why people get triggered, and I do too, and that's
It
exactly what
is
I'm saying.
it is
But
outdated.
if the people saw how they get shipped in versus the Cubs, they
Oh,
would
they
be
do.
freaking out even more.
Some people do see that and they will freak out. And I'm like, this is the safest way to ship them.
Because
Like,
literally, they come in shipped in a bag that has less water than you can put in here.
yeah.
It's just a little bitty corner of a baggie that's tied off, and they'll have like three of them all tied together in one normal fish bag and just tie that off, and then they just ship it all in. These fish like can't even swim; they're just like in this.
It's
Like
enough just to keep their body wet. Yeah.
I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
Your betta is dying, pine coning.
Yeah.
Well, uh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Diane, but I do want to kind of point out that you're a very, very good, healthy, like feeder. You're an Italian mother to your fish. You feed them very, very well. All your fish are very, very fat and healthy. And bettas are not healthy when they're fat. So I bettas are very, very easy to overfeed, and you just overfeed your fish in general. So you do your water changes, so your fish, most of your fish are fine with it. But wow, every time I come over, it's like those are some fat guppies. My God, and they're pregnant too. But yeah, some big fish. Uh, well, we got just a couple minutes left here, guys. I want some rainbow darters too. Missouri has some awesome, beautiful darter fish, and I want to catch some. But yeah, just a few minutes left, so I want to thank you all for joining us this week. Because man, it's just fun to hang out with all y'all, and we got a good amount of viewers this time, which is sweet. And I mean, keep trying to get more video and photos of this little mystery fish as he continues to grow. But I really am thinking he's probably a green sunfish because that's
You're
just
so
kind
mean
of what it looks
to
like.
Lady Diane.
Yeah,
He said so mean.
mean in a good way. Like I'd rather you overfeed than underfeed.
That is true.
But I think an Italian mother is the best way to describe that. Like immediately, like when you come in, like and you're like, "Oh my God, Mom, I haven't seen you in 10 years." She's like, "You look skinny. Have you been eating?" Like that's how you know. That's how you know your Italian mother loves you. Danny sure he's.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. Oh my god. Whenever Grant and Shelby were in town and I went over to Diane's house, I was like I just grabbed a plate because she just had food out. I just grabbed a plate and started serving. She didn't have to tell me. I'm just like, "Oh, food."
Oh my God. But yeah, like oh Diane, yeah. One day she's like, come over. Let me know when you're coming by. Give me a little bit of a heads up. I'll make Nashville hot chicken sandwiches. I'm like, hell yeah. And so I'm expecting, a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. But she served me a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Like she literally gave me like half of a chicken on a bun that was like all breaded. And it's just like, holy crap. I've never seen a chicken breast this large before. Are you sure this isn't turkey? Like,
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
wow. I've never seen that happen before on stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Reynolds and Richard Reynolds and
You
Notice.
guys,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys chatted at the exact same time on two
Seems like
different channels to where it literally like split your guys' comment and like linked them together on
yeah.
the StreamYard side. It's hard to describe. I wish I could show you guys. Well, I guess I technically can share. Here we go. Share entire screen. You get ready for Inception of Inception. A stream
Yeah,
within
you
a
can.
stream within a stream within a stream. But if you look right here, you can see how it's just kind of split together.
That's
But
weird.
anyway, Streamception.
But yeah, it's time.
All right, guys. I It's up to Gina if she wants to stream next week. On Saturday, she will be doing her normal stream on Wednesday night, I'm sure. But I will not be streaming next week. One of my friends is throwing another seasonal game night. And so that's what I'll be doing next week. So y'all have a good week and a good weekend next week. And I will see you in 2 weeks. So you guys have a good one now. Gina, you got anything you want to say?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. So long. Thanks for the